What is good, everybody? Welcome to Around the Corner. This is our very first episode, and we have our first guest and performer for our series, The Orange Corner, Eriana Willis. Welcome, Eriana.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing? How are you doing during all this COVID stuff?
I've been good. Yeah, just trying to stay focused and, do what I gotta do and keep him healthy, I guess. But yeah.
It's all good. Things are good. Things are a little bit different than how they were a few months ago, but we're just learning to adjust, keeping our mask on and keeping our head down, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you, but some of the listeners might not. So what should they know about Eriana?
All right. Well, I'm a singer, songwriter. I've been performing. Always been on stages since I was about, I can't remember if it was between the ages of 6 and 8, something like that. Like when I was really young, I used to act, do plays and musical theater, and now I'm an aspiring artist. Really trying hard to, share to people my story and my stories, experiences, and whatnot. So, yeah. And I'm from Nova Scotia, and yeah.
That's amazing. So you've been singing for a long time, doing some musical theater. So, of course, you probably know a lot of songs. Mm-hmm. So, since you know a lot of songs, we're going to test your knowledge. I'll play a quick game of song association just to kind of ease up the vibe and kind of, do something a little bit fun. Are you ready?
Yeah, I've been practicing.
So for those of you who don't know how song association works, I'm going to give Eriana a word, and she has 10 seconds to sing a song that either has the word in the song title or in the lyrics. So let's get ready. I'm going to give you your first word. Your first word is somebody.
I really need somebody. Tell me I got somebody. If I let you know, you can't tell nobody. I'm talking about, yeah. Are you that somebody, Aaliyah? Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. I tried to give you one I knew you would know.
Yeah, that's my
So
girl.
Ariana's got 1 for 3 so far. Mm-hmm. The second word, are you ready?
Yeah.
The second word is fly.
This fly, I'm super fly. Shoot. It's like, man, no, I know that, Silk Sonic, right? I know they had super fly. I don't even know. Like, whatever.
You get an E for effort.
So now I got to go look and find that song because I know they got a super fly something song. Yeah.
Okay. So you got 1 for Eriana and 1 for song association. You got one last word, and your word is star.
Star. Give me 1 star, just 1 simple light. I'll never walk alone again at night. Give me yeah. I think it's Give Me a Star by the Wayans family. Yeah. The Wyans or something like. I can't pronounce it, but yeah. Christmas album.
We love it.
Yeah.
Great job. We just wanted to ease up the mood. So that's a good way to do it. Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you, what is your favorite memory singing as a kid? You said you started when you were between 6 and 8. Do you have a favorite memory?
I won't say like a really, really young memory. I want to say one from maybe, I think I was 16 and I was doing this Christmas play in church, and it was called The Fresh Prince of Bethlehem and whatnot. And I had no lines, but apparently I was supposed to be Ashley. And I just sang a song at the end of the play. And from that moment I realized that I wasn't singing, I was performing. I was sharing something to a group of audience, and knowing that, these are my 3 to 5 minutes to really prove to people, or not prove to people, but, put in that area, in that stage where, I don't know, like captivate the audience and whatnot, So that's when I realized that, like, this is why I do this, to, at least touch a person or, inspire someone. So, yeah.
So for you, that was a moment where you felt like, I'm more than just a singer, but I'm a performer. I can bring an experience to a stage, to a place.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's a really great memory. What are some challenges that you faced throughout your journey?
Definitely one with time, which is something I'm dealing with, like being able to accept that, things would, fall into place in time. And I guess for me, it kind of sucks because I can't necessarily control that. With me, like I've been performing my own music for about a while now, like going on 3 years, 4 years, whatnot, but I haven't released anything. So just, working with trying to get things out and, feeling the pressure of like, like, is she still doing this? Is this going to happen? And, now I just say to people, like, it's coming soon, stuff is coming soon. So just that.
Yeah, just learning to be patient with yourself in the process. Music making is one of those things where there's a high demand for what you do, but people don't understand that it takes time and you don't want to share just anything just because it's there. A lot of creative people like to be invested in what they share with people. So they don't want to just make something up real quick and just put it out there. So I think it's good that you're taking that time because there's something that you really care about. You really care about the process and what you're sharing with people. So good on you for doing that because it can be a demanding industry for sure. And there can be a lot of pressure, especially when you see a lot of artists just releasing music all the time. And it's kind of like, how do they do that? So just learning your pace, I think is very key, is very important. So your musical inspirations, I know that you have many. Who are your inspirations right now? Maybe they've been the same throughout your journey, but, share what some of those are and maybe why they inspire you.
Okay. I have to narrow it down a little bit. I would say Brandy. I feel like and this could be true or not, I don't know, but I do get a lot of inspiration from her, not necessarily her music, but with her voice. And people call her the vocal Bible and whatnot, just like her ability can't even say that ability to capture her voice in many different ways, different textures and whatnot. So that's something I like to listen to. I definitely go to her for a lot of inspiration when while working on a song and thinking about like how do I want the sound the song to sound like, rather than just like the lyrics and whatnot. Also right now, an artist that's been on my radar for a while, but like now since they released an album, Corday, you know how I feel about Corday, okay? But yeah, he's definitely somebody down the road, like I definitely want to collab with.
He's super dope.
I just love him.
Sorry, before you say someone else, did you see his new Tiny Desk? Because it's super good.
Yes, literally.
So good.
My cousin sent it to me the other day, and then I went to the Tiny Desk, and I'm like, how did this come out 10 days ago? And I didn't know, but okay. And I just cried. And another person, definitely Kehlani. I feel like I relate to her sound a lot, not necessarily her music, but just her sound.
I think that's some good inspirations you got going on there. I don't know if people haven't heard you sing yet, I feel like just knowing that that's who you are inspired by, I think we get people very excited. Those are very talented people in the industry. I know that Her is another artist that you've mentioned a few times in our own conversations that you like as well. And I think she's amazing. Her style, and similar to you, she started music very young, and only started doing original music when she got older.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when would you say you started writing your own music and then performing your own music?
I think I started pretty late, but everyone around me keeps on saying, like, oh, you're so young. I think I finished my first song when I was maybe 18 or something. It was pretty late. I remember going through my notebooks and whatnot. There's little melodies, little things that I've written down, but I haven't really felt comfortable in my writing until I was about 17, 18 years old.
Do you remember what your first song was about?
Okay, so my first song that I've actually performed, that was mine. I want to say, I think it's called Is It Easy? And it was about, I don't know, just, having a connection with somebody, and, and then you realizing that those feelings that were once there weren't there anymore. And then, you just walk away from the relationship, the situationship, whatever, like it's nothing, I guess. Yeah, I probably had a definition, a different meaning of what the song meant, but it's been so long that I don't remember, but yeah.
Cool. No, it's always just nice to know, like, kind of where you were when you started writing and seeing the then, maybe what you wrote about then is different than now. And so that's really cool, just to see that growth. And how old are you now?
22, almost at 21, 22.
Okay, so you've been writing for a period of time, so things have probably changed for you. Your inspirations might have changed, so that's really cool to kind of get to know you that way and see where you were and where you are now. So how long have you been performing for?
I want to say so a lot of years. I don't want to say 15. Yeah, 12 years-ish, something like that. But yeah.
So, like, in your career, just as a singer-songwriter on your own, do you have any highlights so far in your career?
I definitely had a lot of fun being on the Music Nova Scotia stage. The last few times that I've been on there, it's definitely been like an inspiring moment, and a moment where, I don't know, I just, I felt very opened and whatnot. But yeah, definitely a lot of those times. I did a performance in Tatamagouche a few months back, and that performance, even though it wasn't very huge, that performance was very important to me because it was one of the first performances I did after taking a long break. So, after just realizing after I spent that so much time, really working on my craft and, working on my stage presence and, working on being comfortable, it just felt really good, just seeing the outcome with that. But yeah.
You mentioned something that I think is really important. Talk about, given the times that we're in. You said that you were taking a very long break before your performance at Tata Fest back in 2021, because we're in 2022 now, which is crazy. What was that like for you, preparing yourself to go back on stage after taking a break for so long? What did you do to prepare? How were you feeling? And what helped you get on the stage and rock the performance the way that you did?
I just made time for my craft. I would set just a simple 30 minutes a day to just work on my songs. And even if I wasn't preparing for a performance, I would just, sit down and, work on my songs. I'm performing in the mirror, record myself, think about ways like, how can I perform this song differently, or not differently, but how can I just make it better? And, just setting time aside each day in order to, prepare myself for that. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. Taking that time, because you never know when you're going to get called for a gig, and you want to be ready. I think, how's the saying go? It's better to stay ready than to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
So,
and that's how it felt too.
Yeah.
Because during like the last 2 days or whatnot, I didn't even do much practicing. But then I felt okay because I've already been practicing the last few days. So,
Right. You were just ready for stage. That's dope. I think that's really great for people to hear, because I think that's something people are still trying to figure out, is how do I prepare to come back, because we don't know how long we're going to be in this thing for.
Yeah.
So how do you make sure you don't lose the sauce in the meantime, right? So I think that's really good. That's really good advice. So I want to ask you, since you're a young person, and I know you have a lot of ideas and a big future ahead of you. And so I want to know, what impact are you hoping to make as an artist?
For one, I just want to relate to people. And, I want to relate to, the girls that look just like me, trying to, dig deep and look at the issues that I have, figure out, look at the issues that I have and figure out like how to put that to light and, and someone inspire, inspire someone younger than me or someone older than me, inspire anybody. But yeah, because that's what kind of impact all my favorite artists have done for me. But yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, before we wrap up, I want to ask you, what's next for you? What can listeners expect? What can we look out for? What's going on with Ari right now that people can look out for?
Okay. Well, I just set a date for my EP, but I'm not going to say it. But yeah, I can expect some singles coming out in between that date. But yeah, like so I have a project that I'm working on, but I don't want to say too much about it. But yeah.
That's great. I think that's really exciting. Really happy to hear that you're getting that together and getting ready to put that out there. I think that it's going to be amazing. I know we've talked about the ideas and the type of music you want to create before. For those who don't know, Eriana and I have worked together for a period of time. So I know her very well. So I'm really happy to hear that she's making her way and doing these big things. There's so much in store for you. So I'm really excited to have you here, and happy to have you here and have you part of the Orange Corner, which is coming up very soon. I think it's going to be a great performance. I think people are going to see you really let loose and like settle in to yourself as an artist. And so I'm excited to see people respond to you in this show. So I don't know if you have anything else you want to say to the people before we wrap up, but you have the floor.
Well, first, I just want to say thank you. I always love doing, supporting anything that has anything to do with vitamin D and whatnot. But yeah, you can follow me on social media at Eriana Willis _ That's ERIANA. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, Eriana. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who has listened, and catch her on the Orange Corner coming up very soon on March 12th. You can get your tickets because they are live. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the show. And share this with somebody. Let them know what artists are in our backyard. It's great to support our own local artists, our own local industry. So definitely share. And we are so thankful that you took some time to listen. Have a good day, guys.